Alright, this is Flop86 once again, and I'm doing something a bit different today. Encouraged by others in Lemmings community, or when I say others, I say just one. Seriously, I've got a message in chat already. What I've done anyway is I've entered 4 sit and go poker tournaments, all 25 cent. Some are 90 player and some are 45 players. I hope the screens aren't. I hope the individual screens aren't too small for you on these on this video. Just I try and tile the tables where I can, just so you can see the full table. And some of the tournaments are still in the early stages, and some haven't even started yet. I mean, I'm still waiting for the 4th tournament to come up at the moment, so not much interesting is happening. So what I like to do is I like to play super tight early in the tournament and loosen up in the later stages of the tournament. Oh god, we've got 2 hands here. Got ace, king and pocket fours. Pocket fours have been raised. So I raised to about 3 times the big blind, and if I get called or miss the flop, I don't see it as such a big deal. I'll just call for set value in pocket fours, check it because I've missed. There's too many people in the pot for me to even contemplate betting at this. I just follow a no set, no bet mentality, and somebody's just being a douche down here and timing out. I will see bet, but like I said, I'll give up if I get called or raised. Because I mean, a jack-eye flop, it is a little bit dangerous. Yeah, it's been called. I've hit an ace on the turn though. I'll check it. Make it look like the C bet was a bit of a bluff. Ooh. Has he got ace jack? It's possible. Oh, he mucked, okay. I was a bit concerned there because ace jack would have been within the range. He had ace 8. I was right. He did have an ace. I was 100% sure he had an ace there. Just whether he had ace jack would be a bit. I know it's like one hand to be scared of, but still, you know, early on in the tournament, you know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? So what's our chip stack at now? I can't see my chip stack very well when you fold your hand. I think it's 1934. Well, call small bet with pocket fives. Oh, we've hit straight draw. I will call small bet here if he. Yeah, he has. And I've completely missed. Okay. Check for showdown value, but he's probably going to shove, so I'm folding. Not so sure what to do with 6-3. It's only 20, so I'm going to just fold it and give up. It's not worth risking the stack for the sake of 20 chips and whatever's in the middle. Okay, it's quieting down a bit now. One moment. Yeah, just taking a glimpse of the chat to see who was trying to contact me. I'll have to respond to that later. What's happening with the other tournament? It's just slowly registering. 3 deuce, 10-5, both folds. Jack 6, that's a fold as well. Yeah, it's going to be boring in the early stages. That's why I bring 4 tables up, because in the early stages you can have a lot of folds, so having more tables up just it makes it more interesting for me. It makes it harder to watch other people, but it doesn't really bother me, and I like to look around as well and see if there's anybody on my table. Quite unlikely though, because these are 45-man and 90-man tournaments. Although I have entered the same type of tournament twice. You know, I've entered a 25-cent 45-man and a 25-cent 90-man tournament. That was an interesting place. I was in Queen 9 there. Someone's raised my big blind, and I'm not calling it with 10-5. As much as I like to call these speculative cards, I remember that I've been watching Omaha videos recently, courtesy of Namida, and the reason why he gets so lucky is because he's got more cards to play with. No, really, I'm not saying he gets lucky. There is some skill involved. And I don't really get overly attached to what I could have had, because really I would never have been in that hand anyway, so I mean I'm not like saying oh I could have had 4 deuce here and I could have had 2 pair, because I never would have been in this hand anyway unless the big blind was checked, because I was the big blind on that hand. Oh god. Didn't think there was that. Oof. Wow. Really overplaying pocket threes there. Didn't watch the whole hand, but the fact that he had it all in with like loads of overs on the flop. I probably should have just called there because that guy was all in. But I would have lost anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now, it's an interesting situation. I've got a suited ace, but I don't particularly like to raise with them. I just like to call with them. And with it being a 25-cent tournament, it's perfectly reasonable to call with an ace-7, I think, suited. And even call a small raise with it, because if 2 diamonds or 3 diamonds come on the flop, you're in business, really. I know that's quite a small chance. Ugh, why do people stagger bet like that? I don't like min re-raisers. Well, now I've got the odds to call, so because so many people are calling. I mean, if I hit a good flop here, which I haven't, it's just going to be a check fold, really. Yeah, I know I'm very tight early in the tournament, but it's my strategy, and it's hard to change strategy. You want to play it in a way where you feel comfortable playing. I mean, I read a lot of poker theory online, and it's not very. It doesn't really bind well with the way I like to play. I mean, there's playing poker, and then there's playing poker and having fun, in my opinion. And I know it can't always be fun sometimes. Right. See what's going on in this hand anyway. Oh, wow. Nice full house there. That was the guy that originally re-raised as well, and he had ace-jack, that's fair enough. Again, ace-8 suited. Get it in. Well, not get it in, just get some chips in. And call the bet. Right. I'm not sure how I want to do this video as well. Oh, I've hit a suited flop. Even better if someone bets at it. And they have. So you only just bet half pot. Keep it low until another spade falls off. Ooh, picked up a wheel draw now. Yeah, I'm not getting good odds to call here, but I will try once more. Nah, completely missed. Hold it. Don't even know what he had. He might have completely missed, but I didn't have I didn't have anything anyway. I had good odds to chase that flush, I reckon, but they might have been slightly unfavourable odds. I could have won a lot of chips over hit that flush, so that's why I did it. Okay, Jack Freezer fold. We'll get a free flop, and I haven't hit. Seriously, him again? I think I'm going to bust out this tournament at this rate. This table's not been very nice to me. I've hit an ace, but it's not a good hit, so I'm not going to overvalue it. I mean, he was the original pre-flop raiser, so I'm not going to get involved with this. I mean, you can lose a lot of chips chasing top pair hands with weak kickers. It's a very disciplined laydown, in my opinion. Come on, some people are really timing out their clocks on this table. Pocket fours, I'm out of position, so I'm actually gonna chuck this. If a four comes out on the flop, I'll live with it. I just don't think there's, yeah, like I said, no four came on the flop. Just save myself some chips. Don't check it down. Come on, he's got to bet it. He's absolutely got to bet this flop. Ace Queen under the gun, not a great place to have it, so I do raise a bit more when I'm under the gun because I've got more people to get through. Ace Queen is one of the hands I least like to play. It's even worse than playing Ace King, which, speak of the devil, I've got on the other table. Except it comes up as King Ace. Oh God, that's not a good raise. I'm actually going to lay down Ace Queen here because I'm going to be out of position to this guy, and it's not a good place to be. I'm going to jam Ace King, and I've hit a king on the flop, so I'm gonna bet 180. That's a reasonable amount. Yeah, I'm going all in now. Really? That's just crap, that is. Whoa, what's that noise? I've busted out of that tournament, but I had a feeling I got it in good. Not exactly getting the most fate. I've been really underplaying this hand as well. So I was too focused on the other hand. I'm from folding anyway. Let's get rid of that table and register for another one. Good God. Right, well, while we're waiting for another table to come up, I'll make these slightly bigger. It's despite the fact that I got outflopped by King Queen with Ace King, I think I played that hand pretty well. You know, it's just one of those bullshit things that happen in poker. You know, someone's always going to call with inferior cards. That's why you got to re-raise with Ace King. Even though that other guy made a very, very bad call with King Queen and sucked out on me. You know, I'm happy the way I played that hand. Because if I had any right-minded players playing against me, King Queens for a re-raise is not very strong. It's just unfortunately he flopped 2 pair with that. It would have been very tough to get away from the top pair with Ace King. I mean, I don't expect people to call with King Queen. I think some people do overvalue that hand a bit. It's not very strong. Anyway, enough about that hand. There's not a lot you can do about it. And there we go. The 4th tournament we were waiting for to start finally comes up when we finished. Ooh. That's perfectly reasonable. Jacks versus 10s. See that quite a lot in tournaments usually. Not those two pocket pairs in particular. Okay, so we seem to have tournaments now though are at different stages. I mean, this one's just starting out, so there's a lot of people raising and calling and all such, and there's just a lot of folding going on these other tables now by the looks of it. What the hell? Oh yeah, he would have tilted after the last hand where he lost with 10s. Split pot with the same hand there. Cool. Ace deuce offsuit. I'm going to fold that. I mean, the only flops I think do well with ace deuce are low flops. But you're not going to get much action on those flops anyway, so you're just wasting your chips in my opinion. Just raise it, I know you're going to. I know he folded it. Fair enough. There you go. We've finally got 4 tables now. So hopefully the video should liven up a bit now. Yeah, it's a shame I haven't managed to win many hands at the moment. There's an interesting hand going on the top right table. But a raise, call, shove, and one of them calls. That is a very questionable call with ace 3. Now that's a more decent situation. Ace queen versus ace jack. Ace 8's a fold, as is ace 6. Ace 8 and ace 6 will become more playable later in the tournament, in my opinion. I mean, you don't want to get these hands. You don't want to play these hands if they're not suited, in my opinion. Just asking for a world of hurt. We've got a 4 to a flush. And a pair. Yeah, might be tempted to better this. I might be scared of the diamonds. And I took it down, but it's not a big pot anyway. I've got a free round of blinds and antes effectively though. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I think we all know 7 deuces a fold here. Brunson. Yeah, I like watching my. I like watching the televised poker as well. That's something I've got a lot of interest in. I mean, I know my hands. I know the last hand I just had, and I took down a pot with is Daniel Negreanu's favourite hand, 10-7. 10 deuces, Doyle Brunson's favourite hand. Well, supposedly his favourite hand. I think he's actually won a World Series with it as well. I know it's only a min raise, but 9-4's not playable in any way, shape, or form. 9-4's probably even a fold in short-handed situations. There's just some hands that are not playable at this stage of the tournament, but as you get later in the tournament, they become more playable and more valuable. I don't play every hand that I should later in the tournament, and it's something that I feel I need to get better with to improve my game. I'm folding 8. Yeah, I'll complete with 8-3. I've got top pair, weak kicker. Yeah, he's just overbetting the pot. It's not worth it. A lot of people would probably say I should have called there, but I'm not going to put 122 chips in just with a pair of 8s and a weak kicker. I mean, that guy actually called, voluntarily put his chips in, so he must have had a decent hand. 10-9's a decent hand, especially on the big blind. If only could have had that flop with it. Right hand, wrong table. Ugh, God's sake. I might fold my threes here if no one's calling. If one person calls, it might be worth calling, but no. I'm not going to call out of position with pocket threes. Someone's gone all in anyway, I might as well I'll just save my chips there. Don't put a 3 out there. Nah. I'd call small raise with 10-9 because it flops well. That's unsuited, let's fold it. And it didn't flop well this time, unfortunately. I'll leave that ace-8 hand for now. I might not fold it yet. I'll probably raise it if it was blind on blind. Nah, it's not worth raising blind on blind in the early levels anyway, and we're folding our 10-9. Shame really, we're not really hitting much on this video. I'll complete with ace-8. I can see a nice flop with it, and it wasn't a nice flop. Maybe if I keep saying nice flop enough, we'll get to... What? Someone say what the fuck in there. Someone's just took down a pot with 10-5. No, he had 2 pair. Fucking hell. Who said what the fuck? Someone else on the table who was not any way connected with the hand. That is a kind of what the fuck moment. Why is someone all in with 10-5 against ace king? Yeah, Jack 10's another call, I could say. It's been min raised on the button. Gut shot, but that's not. Gut shot's not very strong, so it's only drawing to 4 cards in the deck. If any bet, I'm going away because ace or king he's got, I'm behind majorly. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be behind now. Ace king will have a full house, so I'm curious to see. I really want to know what this guy's got. He's probably going to bet. The other guy will fold because this is what always happens on Poker Stars. You want to know what someone's got, but you hardly ever get to see their hand. Told ya. I called that exactly. Not his hand. The fact that he'd bet big on the river and make everyone fold, so he doesn't have to show his hand. I don't know, he checked the turn, so it's anybody's guess what he had. He could have checked it. He could have had an ace, checked to see if the opponent bet, but the opponent checked back, so he probably fired the river. I've not done this sort of poker before where I talk out loud. It does actually feel good when you talk out loud and say your thoughts out loud. I did have king. I was going to raise this, but being that it's early in the tournament, it's always going to get raised before you. So I'll just end up call. I'll just call with king 10. Besides, there's going to be a lot of people limping, so, and if you flop something good, which I haven't, for fuck's sake, 7 deuce flop there, jeez, 9 deuces a fold, bye bye. I know I got overcards, but these guys have already showed some strength, so I just want to get out of the way. It's not worth getting involved in big situations early in the game because you're not going to win many chips. I mean, you just want to make sure you get it in good if you have to get it all in. Like you saw with that ace king hand, I had a feeling I was ahead, but I wasn't ahead. But you're not always right in poker. Okay, ace queen. This is an interesting one. I have to raise big. I'll raise 3 big blinds. Ace 8's a fold. Get called from the bottom. And another call. No respect for racing in 25-cent tournaments. Right. So I'm going to make a continuation bet. About 250. Right, I've got 2 pair now, but this is tricky, this is. I'll bet half the pot. Okay, king falls a fold anyway. He folded, so I took down the pot. I wonder what he could have had then. He might have been chasing the straight. He might have had king queen or something. I don't think it's possible. Yeah, I can look at the hand. I don't know. Again, I don't really know what he could have had. I don't think he would have been laying down an ace there. Usually, if someone's got a lower ace than you, they end up paying you off on these tables. It takes a truly disciplined player to lay down a low ace. I just try not to get into those situations though. Ace 9. Tempted to raise it, but I just want to get into a cheap pot and hope that I flop some diamonds. No, I flopped top pair with a good kick, with the top kicker. Under the gun with Jack 10, I'm going to fold that. Because you need a good hand. You need a really good hand to call to limp under the gun. If it's not good enough to race under the gun, you might as well fold it. Let's bet the pot. Right, I don't see my hand improving. Even if I get an ace, I'm probably not going to be happy with this hand, so I'm going to fold it. It's a very disciplined laydown, but you got to think. This guy's going to fire another 2 streets. You're probably going to have mostly stacking at the end of the hand, so you've got to be sure if you're going to be ahead or not. That's a nice number to have as well, 1337. See, I will not improve my hand, he's probably going to fire again. Correct, he's definitely going to fire again, come on. Yeah, told you, half pot again. He's calling. There you go. Queen comes off on the river. That's probably not a good card for my hand anyway. And I flopped 4 to a flush with 10-9. I'll throw 100 in, see if I can take down the pot there and then. But yeah, I did. Doing well on this upper right table now. I missed what happened on that hand. Queen 6 and King 9. Jeez, that was horribly played. That was. I was ahead on the flop. Seriously, that's messed up. That is. If I go betting with top pair king, top pair with king kicker. And he fires again with top pair king kicker, and this guy calls all the way with a pair of 6s. God, he looked out, he did. This is the sort of shit you have to put up with on this site. It's a good site and everything. It's got a great user interface. I mean, I love playing on PokerStars. I could play on this site. I could play on this site for ages and ages, but you meet people like that dingbat down here sat next to me, and you just think, why these people still got money? They're effectively gambling when they're doing that. I folded king, but that's fine. I can't even remember if this pot was raised or not. It's just king 9 was not very playable from this position. Okay, so we're down below 20 big blinds on this table now. It's going to be even less than that. We've got to count it's even less than that because of the antes as well, which will be slowly eating the stack. Be about 50 chips decay every bloody 9 hands or something. Okay, so 9-10. Someone on the top right now is getting a bit to the stage where I'd start playing some more hands now. And the reason why I start playing more hands is because if people get a read on you, they think you're a tight player. So they'd start running scared if you had if you started raising. Okay, this has been checked down twice now. I'm still going to check though. I've still got. Why was he even in with that hand? Oh, he's the big blind. Fair enough. I hate being that guy that times out my clock. I'm usually very prompt with my action. I was a bit afraid of that. Bloody hell, that is an ugly board to even think about betting at. Okay. Top left table's been very nasty. The deck is very stacked against me up there. Sorry, I just had to move my computer closer to me because I'm having a bit of no, I don't know what I was trying to say. Like, my leg was cramping a bit, so I need to move a bit closer. Right. We're getting close to the push fold stage on top left. Well, if you ever get to the push fold stage, it's where you stack approaches less than 15 big blinds. You got to remember it's going to be slightly more than 15 big blinds as well because of the antes. I don't like that they've introduced antes to poker stars. Poker stars used to be nice without the antes, so why have they added them? Why have they thrown them in? Is it just to make the experience seem more authentic? And I see a free flop with Jack 6 and wrong suit. Ace and 10 with spades would be fine. But I expect we're probably going to get a bet for no bets. Okay, I'm surprised at that. Okay, he bet at it. That's fine. Yeah, not doing very, not really picking up much at the moment. We're just taking down a lot of small pot. Oh, there we go. Pocket aces. What normally happens when I have pocket aces though is everybody folds. There's like a repulsion that just folds everyone's cards automatically or something. Okay, so I'm going to raise 4 big blinds, obviously. Right. Well, I'm a bit worried. I'm not too worried about that flop. If I go bust with aces, I go bust with aces. I just take down a small pot with them. That's fine. Better than winning. It's better than losing a lot of chips, isn't it? Because this guy probably called with, let's see, 8-7 perhaps, or a lower pocket pair, and spiked his. Yeah, I'll complete with Queen 7. Suited ace, that's a call. There's too much going on now. I'm going to fold ace 4. Check Queen 7. That's not a suited ace, so I'm not calling. If this was an unraised pot, I might have shoved ace 9. Given there's a lot of aggression before me, and somebody's even called that aggression, I'm going to fold that. Queen 7's a fold. This was a raise. This was raised pre-flop. This wasn't it? Somebody's all in. And I've only got a 4 to a straight, so I'm folding. Okay. And that guy had an ace as well. Surprise, surprise. Okay, this is my big blind. I've got Jack 6, but I'm still folding. Fold 6-4. Ace 6 is a fold as well. What am I doing in this tournament? 12 out of 23. There's 23 people left in this tournament. Eh? What's that one go? 36. 66. Should probably just keep all these info tabs up actually. 10-8. Again, not good enough to shove with. Oh, fuck the break. Fuck the break. Fold. Alright, well, I'll come back when we'll be back when the break's completed. Hate the break, I really do.